Hello and welcome to another video for 5.2 with me, Meoni, for Final Fantasy XIV, and today I'm rather hyped about ocean fishing. I think you can tell from previous videos how hyped I was for this. You can actually unlock this new content by coming over to FFXIV Lower Decks and head to the Fisher Guild. Filsno has a quest that you can do from literally level 1 and above, so anyone can take part in this. As long as you have a fishing rod equipped, which you can get at level 1, then you can take part, which is one of the coolest details of this content for sure. Once we have the quest picked up, we now run over to the ferry docks on the other side of FFXIV, where you'll find a bunch of NPCs. One NPC called Dryskudfota, I have no idea, will allow you to queue solo or with your current party into the ocean fishing experience every 2 hours. So every 2 hours, you have a 15-minute window to queue for this content at this NPC. After that time, or if it elapses and you don't get here in time, you will have to wait 2 more hours for it to be back up again. However, the boat can actually leave sooner if 24 or more players queue within that time. So you definitely want to keep an eye out for when the boat is in dock and plan accordingly. This NPC also gives you a schedule list from one of his other options of when the boat is actually in the dock next and what the next route will be, along with weather conditions and the time of day at each fishing spot. As of the patch, there are actually 2 routes possible in this game, with more planned for future patches. Each of these time and day and weather conditions will affect the type of fish that can appear on the voyage to each spot as well, so there's always something to go back for. Nearby is actually a merchant and mender where you can repair your gear and even buy brand new bait, of which is the brand new versatile bait, which can be used pretty much anywhere in the game for both land and sea-based fishing spots from level 1 and above. So all 4 of these, including that versatile lure, so the plumpworm, krill and ragworm, have different tooltips basically used on different types of fish, so you'll get different things depending on what you use, but they are all available from level 1 and above, so select basically whatever you want. When you register for the duty, it acts very much like any other duty finder content in the game, and after a while the duty will pop. Once you zone in, there are actually unskippable cutscenes on this boat as it moves from location to location. You actually get 7 minutes per fishing point, and you will have 3 fishing points per voyage to actually fish at, along with the travel time between locations and of course the time of those cutscenes. You'll also note when you zone in on this boat that there is a merchant and mender right next to you, and as soon as that barrier drops for the duty, you can purchase all 4 different types of lure from him, as well as some dark matter for repairs, as well as just being able to repair normally from his repair option. Once you're sorted and you've got your lures, go to the side of the boat and start fishing. The experience itself is effectively drop the lure in the water and catch a fish, and keep going. The new snag animation is a series of exclamation points on screen with an added sound effect, and this is to actually make it easier to see the quality of the fish and also to actually more easily see that the fish is hooked in the first place. This is actually applied to all fishing in the game though as of 5.2, not just here on the boat exclusively. I actually enjoyed every second of this content, fishing with my buddy Dano here, the guy I queued with, teasing him with the big fish that I caught, and then crying repeatedly as he did the same back to me and got some high quality stuff back to back. It's a beautifully fun competitive thing to do and holds actually quite a ton of enjoyment. The fact that you can level up your fisher and have fun with people of all levels makes me very happy indeed. There's not really much content like this in the game. You will gain experience, like I say, and yellow gathering scripts above level 50, and at level 80 you actually get white gathering scripts apparently as well, although I've actually seen some forum and Reddit posts saying that they're not currently, but I'm fairly sure that it is intended to give you those white scripts as well, because it says so on the patch notes, so maybe there's a bug or something, I'm not really sure at the time of recording. So what do you actually get from this ocean fishing? Is it an endgame for Fisher? In short, no. This is not an endgame activity for Fisher, no more than the Ishgard restoration is for the crafters, but it does hold a fun experience that you can share with your friends and FC members with some small rewards. So every fish you actually gain in this mode on the boat is actually a material that can be used for housing. So you can place these fish in new angler picture frames. So These said frames can actually be purchased outside of this content on the pier where you can queue actually nearby from the script vendor you'll see here, under the yellow gathering script option on that vendor. 200 yellow gathering scripts will get you a small angler's canvas, 300 for a medium, 500 for a large, and 800 yellow gathering scripts can be exchanged for a extra large angler's canvas. These canvas then can actually be sold on the marketplace for muchos kilos, or you can actually go to your house or apartment in the game and place them on the wall. Once they're on the wall, select them and boom, you can place any of those fish in your inventory that are from Ocean Fishing Adventures inside them to display them with pride. The size of the fish is actually listed on the actual fish's tooltip itself, so get the frame according to what size you want to place on the wall. I personally cannot wait to save enough scripts up again for the extra large and put a massive frame of that spectral megalodon you see in my inventory on the wall. Cannot wait to see what that looks like. But obviously we're showing off the seahorse here because it's a small one. Aside from pretty pictures, what else do you actually get from this? That might be your next question. Well, you can desynth these fish as usual if that's your thing, or you can discard them all at a vendor as well. And then additionally, you can get a minion and mount and a title from this content. So under the achievement panel for gathering and fisher specifically, we see that for 5,000 points earned in a single voyage solo can get you the Major General minion, which is a brand new shark minion. For 10,000 points in a single voyage, you can get the Hyboda's horn, which is a giant flying shark mount that they've previewed on Instagram the other day. And for 16,000 points in a single voyage, yeah, which is quite crazy if you think about it, you can get the title Ocean Fisher. Hopefully one day I might be Ocean Fisher Meoni, fingers crossed. It seems like a bit of an ordeal, but yeah, let's consider that in the duty with my lower than maximum level fisher here, and I got just over 2,000 points in total from one trip, and that's not actually that bad if you think about it. I would imagine, and ideally being level 80, that's something that would be completely doable. We did actually also get to see this footage of the etheric event proc. So this is when, after someone on the boat fishing randomly procs this event just by fishing normally, it's completely random. All the players on the boat then get a benefit of this massive bounty buff to what they actually fish. So we're reeling in tons and tons of fish here at the end during this proc as a result. But sadly, we didn't have that much time left on the timer and missed out on the full duration of that buff. So the content is addictive as all heck and has a ton of RNG related to pretty much everything, from the fish you snag to the points you get and the bounties you receive. In short, I love this content. I cannot stress that enough. It might not immediately offer anything endgame for gatherers, and some people might complain to that effect, but for the first dip of a rod in the water, so to speak, for Square Enix, for this brand new content that's accessible by so many people, which they plan to update in regular patches for the future, I think it's frankly brilliant, and you should totally arrange championships with your FC. So yeah, that's definitely the next thing on my list for sure. Let's get the 777 whiskers fishing, oh yeah. Either way, thank you kindly for watching this video. Hopefully this shed some light on ocean fishing, what it is, and what you can get from it. Let me know how you fared in the oceans recently and what your best score haul has been, and I'll see you all next time. Next time on Eorzea's Deadliest Catch.